My mentor, leadership empowerment coach Farouk Sensi, always says a leader is someone who knows the right way, shows the right way, and goes the right way. Hi, this is your host, Noura Binth Rasheed, a happiness leader from Dubai. Today, we have an amazing leader with us. And the special part is that he is at my residence, and we are so honored to have him here today. He is an author, a great thinker, a social activist, a speaker, and the president of Kerala State Muslim Youth League. He wrote about his father in his book titled My Beloved Bapa. He is an advocate of religious harmony and cultural diversity. Do you know who this leader is? He is none other than Sayyid Munawarali Shihab Thangal. So, one of my first questions I would like to ask to you is that we all know that your father left us with a great legacy. May Almighty bless him. Amen. And would you be able to tell me about your father's influence on you and the entire family?
Actually, my father is my mentor. My father, I'm not seeing him as my father, and I have been watching him as my inspiration, as my model. And when I was studying in schools, and my friends used to ask me, whom do you want to become? Normally my friends says, I want to be a doctor, I want to be an engineer. Those professional career they were dreaming about. And when they ask me, I would just say, for the sake of name, I want to become an engineer. But my inner ambition was I want to become like my father, because I felt that his profession is far better than any other profession in the world. So, for me, he is my father. For the rest of the people, for them also, he is a father. He is a guide, and he considered everybody as equal. And whoever comes to him, get relief. He has an immense, patience. He never get temper. He never lose his temper. So his quality of life, he give life for others. He did not have any time to rest. Leisure and relaxation was his dream. He only had that rest when he died. Throughout his life, he worked very hard, not for him, for the society. And he considered everyone as human being. He never had any discrimination with any other religion. He was a Muslim, and he was a democratic. He believes in democracy, and his thought and his vision, was to have a peaceful atmosphere. Whoever tried to make violence here, he tried to switch off that violence and make positive lights. So that was my inspiration for not only for me, for entire people who followed him.
Wow, that is great knowledge, and I can share this with many people. They would love to hear your story. Thank you so much for that. Now, I would like to ask you, what are your thoughts on leadership and how much importance do you give it in your opinion?
Leadership is not limited to a leader, or what you say, a leader is limitation not only in politics. We need leaders in every sector, every walks of life. You need a leader in your house. You need a leader in your school. You need leader in a society. You need leader in an organization. You need leader in a company. So every system mission is going on in the world. Those missionaries are run through the instruction by the leaders. If you have a company, that system goes under his instruction. So only the leaders can control any system. We have leaders who influenced the world. Martin Luther King, Mahatma Gandhi, Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and Jawaharlal Nehru, and many leaders who we have seen in the past. They all had a vision for the development and the empowerment of the people. So everybody, that's why all the institutions, schools, even if you are studying in small schools also, they should have a leadership training for others. I see in yourself a leadership quality. From this age you are started asking questions, and you should ask questions, and you must give your opinion. You can also influence. So there is no age limitation. So all who can influence, they are leaders. So you can be a leader, and your mom can be a leader, your father can be a leader. So anybody who guides to the right path, they are leaders. So the leadership is something that it is not given. It is not. You are not born as a leader, but a system or an atmosphere make you leader. Seeing a system, whether there is any problem or crisis, anybody who goes and try to solve that problem, they are leaders. So this is the concept of my leadership understanding.
That is a great opinion. I have always wondered what is one opinion that you would love to give to children.
Children are now, it is totally, when I was a child, my perspective was totally different to the new generation. Now you are living in a age where you see a lot of things. You have a more exposure. You are exposed to the world, and you are born to the technology. So you can grasp a lot of things which we did not grasp in the past. So the children, we have we have a big future. So what we should understand, we had our elders. You have your father, your mother, your elder sisters, or other elder people. So you learn a lot of things from them and what they have done. So if you see your father, what he has done, it is an inspiration for you. Or you see any other leader, you are trying to see something, some life of any other people like Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, or any other influence leader, or you have your grandfather or your uncle who give you a lesson of life. So this kind of understanding from the elder people or influential people you had, so that you just imitate them, what they have done. They were successful in that, and they did for the society, or they did for the family. So you must imitate them. This is what you have to do. In my case, I am following my mother. My mother had taught a lot of good lessons. So I should follow that. There is a custom that you learn from your house. So that should influence in your life later. So the children, must, there are now our lot of challenges we have. We have the mobile phones and other games and things like that, and to de-addict from those things, you have to find alternative solutions, to go ahead. When you have a future, So you must be concentrating on which you can be successful in that. So that kind of thoughts the children should have.
Since you said what you would love to give an advice to the kids, I'm actually wondering what advice you would give to the parents.
The parents, they are parenting the children. That's a big challenge. Every parent are very keen on any moment that you are coming up. From the day he or she is born, they are taking care of you, and they have a dream that you should reach the highest level. So they are nurturing you, giving them all support that they can. Your father give the opportunity, they are encouraging you. So for my daughter, I am very happy that she can also do well. She can also present well. Can be good speaker. So those kind of their talent, the parents should understand. They should not, stop for something they are interested in. But there are certain things that you must say no. But if you say, the parents don't use mobile phones, but then the children started asking, why not? Why can't I use? So that situation is a very shocking situation. So the parents also should be careful of using their mobile phone. They should not just let other not to use, but they also should practice. They also should maintain a time. The parents should be a model for the children. So they should try to guide them, and they should become a model for the children. So they are influencing the children. So they must be careful, to teach something to you, and they have to give some kind of advice, not telling. For my case, what I understand is, my parents, they brought me up in a way. They did not, scare, or they did not scold me. But there are certain time which that scolded me. That time, you should correct. The parents should be able to correct the children when they are brought up. When they are brought up, they should be able to maintain, and they should also give, the development of their personality, everything. They have to be in a very positive way, and not leave them free, but they have to bring them in discipline. If you are not disciplined, we should correct. When something, when you go somewhere, this is what you should do, this is what you should not do, and there should be some kind of small punishment, not big punishment. Like a threat, you should be able to give them. Then gradually you will understand. Oh, my mother told me not to do. So these things, they should try to, the new generation, and we have to also accept, the obey the parents, or obey the elderly people, give them respect, mutual respect. That's how we can bring up a good society.
You have given amazing opinions, so I conclude here, and thank you for your wisdom and